Today I'm bringing out a palette that I've been bragging about for a very long time. It has survived I don't know how many declutters. I've been obsessing and loving it for so long now. But the weird thing is I have not brought out this palette since the year I purchased it on the channel. I don't believe. So today I'm going to be testing out the formula and the shades to see if it lives up to all the hype that I've created. I am so excited to bring this palette back out. So let's just get started. Hello, beautiful friends. So the palette that I'm talking about is this one here by BH Cosmetics. It's the Naughty palette. Is this not the most adorable palette you've ever seen? I just love the packaging. Now, I have not, like I said, used this in a very long time. I think I did a TikTok like 2 years ago, and that was the last time I brought this palette out. I think it's because it's like located in a different spot in my beauty room because the palette is so big. And you guys know how I do shy away from a bigger palettes, but this one doesn't seem so confusing to me. I think it's because the pans are larger. I don't know. It just does not seem as confusing to me. Now, there's a lot of shades in here I probably would never touch, like the red one right here. I just don't see myself using that, but there's a lot in here that I think I would use. And like I mentioned before, this is a palette that I honestly could use year round, so I don't know why I don't bring it out. So today we're going to come up with a look. I'm so excited, and I really hope that the formula is, what I remember. So let's just get started right away. I'm going to prime my eyes, and what I'm going to be using is this one here. I got it in one of my boxes. I have like 2 tubes of it, like I've mentioned several times, and I have to use it up. But it is a very nice formula, and it does work really well with a lot of my shadows. The only problem is I think it's kind of pricey. So that is the, its only downfall. So I am just going to blend that in, and then we're going to move on. Now, another bummer about this palette is it's discontinued. They don't make this anymore, which is such a shame because it's such an amazing palette. They really should bring this back because it really is nice. These shimmers in here are gorgeous. There's a few glitter shades in here. So let's swatch a few just to see what, they look like. And I do want to feel, if they feel the same to me. So right now they are feeling very buttery and creamy. So this one here is a shimmer. So that is really pretty. This one here is more of a glittery situation. So that one did feel a little bit more chunky. This one here, that is super pretty. As you can see, they're just very vibrant, and the formula does feel the way that I do remember. So I'm super excited about that, but we got to see what these mattes feel like, because what I remember, they were just very buttery. I'm going to start here with the shade Secret Santa right here. So this is just like a nice neutral start. And I'm going to actually use my Laura Geller brushes. I've been really liking these a lot. So let's try that. And this one's a pretty fluffy brush, but it just has a perfect density. And let's go in and see how this performs here. So right off the bat, it is super buttery like I remember. And I just basically tapped my brush into the shade there. And yeah, that is just blending so nice. Oh, and I love the shade. And I like going in increments when I do my eyeshadows. I like going in with just a little bit of product. I would rather have to, dip my brush back into the pan several times, to come up with my perfect balance here. Otherwise, if I just go in with tons of product, it is so hard to blend out. So I just find it easier to work in increments. It might take me, a little extra time, but it is so worth it. So right now that looks pretty good. I can always go back and deepen this up if I want, but right now I think that's just where I want to start. So does anyone have this palette? I would love to know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. If you love it as much as I did. I remember, yeah, when it first came out, I must have used this palette just, just stop. And then I just stopped, you know, because it is seasonal. Again, it got discontinued and I just didn't bring it out anymore. And it's such a shame because yeah, it is such a nice palette. I actually originally saw it on Risa Does Makeup. She had purchased this palette and was raving about it. So of course, I went right to the website. I purchased it and I'm so glad I did because it's just a classic little Christmas palette. And again, you know, they need to bring it back out because I actually think BH Cosmetics is still around. I know at one time they were going to go out of business, but I think they are still alive and doing well. So, yeah. Okay, so right now this looks really good. That was super easy to do. It was super easy to blend. So what I think I'm going to go into now I think, oh, where do I want to go? Like I said, there's so many choices here, but I think I'm actually going to go more this route. So I think I'm going to start or go into this shade here. And this is called Santa Baby. The names of these shades are so adorable as well. I loved that when I got it. So right now, ooh, okay, so this is super pigmented. As you can see, I basically just tapped into there, tapped onto the lid, and it is very vibrant. So wow, that was not expected, but it's a beautiful shade. I really like that. So since I did, you know, pick up a lot of product, I am going to clean my brush completely off. Just kind of blend the two together and just really soften those edges and kind of calm that Santa Baby down. Woo, she was pigmented. Okay, so that looks a lot better. Yes, okay. So now I can see, like over here, as you can see, it's, you know, kind of collecting a lot of pigment. So now I'm just going to take a clean, fluffy brush and just kind of smooth out that edge. So now I'm going back into Santa Baby and we're going to do this eye here. And of course, my left eye is always a little harder than the right eye. If you guys have that problem too, I would love to hear that. You know, if you have the same issue as me or if I'm just alone on that. So, oh, I'm loving this shade though. It's a beautiful balance of, it almost does have like a hint of red in it without going over the top. And it's like a brick. I've been loving that shade, but it leans more red, but it's a really soft red with maybe some pink undertones in it. But oh my gosh, is that beautiful. So how is everybody doing with their Christmas shopping? Are you almost done? We are going into the last week before Christmas. So I'm pretty much done. I am pretty impressed with myself. I already sent out a huge package to the kids. I think it gets delivered today. So I'm actually pretty impressed with myself because I was really worried there for a second because I couldn't get into the Christmas spirit. If you don't know, my kid, my only son, he moved to Arizona with my best friend, his wife, Amanda. And yeah, so this Christmas is just going to be very different. And I just couldn't get into the Christmas spirit. And yeah, now I am. I'm so, you know, getting more excited. We're going to FaceTime on Christmas morning and, you know, open the gifts, you know, that do an exchange, you know, they're sending some stuff out today. So yeah, I'm getting more excited now. Look at, I got so excited. I went into the next shade without telling you guys where I'm going. Okay, so this shade here is actually called a Sugar Plum. And this is where I want to go right now. So I'm leaning more like a purple. I don't know. We'll see what how this look comes out. So let's try this shade. I know purples can be a little difficult. And I've already laid my base makeup, so hopefully I don't have a lot of fallout right now. I'm not seeing any at all, very little, if anything. So again, this is called Sugar Plum, and it's a very pretty purple. It's more of a plum, you know, like an eggplant shade. So this is super pretty. Now I am noticing, and it could be the brush, as you can see right there in that corner, it's not latching on very well. So let's try a different brush, a dense brush, and just see if that, you know, helps the situation, because that one is a little bit more fluffy. So let's go back into a Sugar Plum here and see if we can pack that into that corner. And a lot of times too, with my hooded eye, that can happen with some shades. So that might be the situation going on here. Yeah, as of right now, it's just not latching on there. And again, there could be a lot of different reasons. My hooded eye being one, I didn't place enough of the primer there that it's not sticking. But yeah, that's just very interesting that it's doing that. Let's see if it does it on the other side. And again, let's go into that beautiful, it's a beautiful shade though, I will say that. And I'm just going to build up on it slowly so I don't get tons of fallout because I don't want to have to redo my concealer. And let's see if we're getting the same situation. A little bit. So it could just be the shade. It could be the colors that I'm building up on. They're just not, combining well together. But it is a beautiful shade nonetheless. Definitely not a deal breaker. I'll never use this palette again. It's still super pretty. So what I'm just going to keep doing is trying to build up on it and see if that helps. And then I'm going to try something different in just a minute and just see if that helps the situation. I will say that this side is building up a lot better than that side did. So now I'm going to go back into another brush, a more dense brush, and just kind of clean that edge. I think that actually really helped the situation, even on this side where I do find that I'm having just a little bit of patchiness. So let me show you what I would do sometimes if this happens in other palettes. So I'm just going to place a little bit, just a very little bit of the eye primer, and I'm even going to take a little bit off, and I'm just going to go into that area right here and just see if that helps that situation. So I'm just going to grab that one brush here, and this is by BK Beauty. It's the ENG Hot and Flashy, and this is their, I think it's the 501. So yeah, it's a nice dense brush, and it's perfect for hooded eyes. Okay, so right now I'm liking how it looks. I always go back and tweak a lot of stuff. So I basically just lay down, I guess the groundwork of what I'm going to do. And then I can always go back and share things out, add as I want. So it's more like a trust the process type thing. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do, this is where I always get, where do I go from here? Because there's so many beautiful choices, for the shimmers and stuff. But, seeing that it's patchy on both sides here, I'm almost thinking to go into like a deeper shimmer, which I don't know if there is. Oh, there actually might be. And it's this one here, and this is called Rum. Let's swatch that and just see what shade that is and see if that's where I want to take it. No, that's more of a bronzy shade. So what I think I'm going to have to do, there's really nothing that's super deep that will go with this. So you know what I could do though? I just had an idea. So what I think I'm going to go into is this beautiful black shade here. It's called Coal, and that's right in the center. This is super, super pigmented. So I'm just going to basically tap my brush here and just go into that outer corner here just to really deepen that up and kind of mask that little either shadow or that place where it's a little patchy, and just see if that helps. And it really did. See how that really just changed that and took away the shadow or the patchiness. And I just placed very little and just basically stayed on this outer corner. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter glue. I love using this, especially with some shimmers, and if you're going to use more chunky glitter. So I'm just going to place a little bit across the entire lid. Okay, so the shade I think I'm going to go into right now, and this is called Ornaments, and it's this shade right here. Let's see how bright this is. Oh, okay, I did not expect it to be that bright. I don't remember it being this bright. Wow, that is super pretty, but I'm hoping it's not as bright as I want it to be here. And now I'm just going to go over the shade that had the black and just go over that just to kind of make it look like a cut crease. Wow, that is a super, super bright. So what I think I'm going to do to try to calm it down, just to see if I can, that would have been a perfect inner corner shade, but let's try going into this shade here. And this is more of a glitter, and this is called Chestnuts. So let's see what this looks like. So it's a little bit more of a bronzy shade, but it is a little chunky. But let's see if it calms that down. Yes, that is calming it down just a little bit, but I'm not going to really go into that inner corner because I do want that to stay a little bit more light. But yeah, that definitely did help. So let's see. Yeah, it toned it down slightly, so that is good. So what I'm going to do is do the other eye. I'll come back and then we'll move on and see where we're going to take this look. Okay, so this is where we are so far. I'm really loving the look. I'm really loving this outer corner, even though there was a little struggle at first. But yeah, I am really liking the look where it's going. Okay, I do have a couple things to tell you. I forgot to mention in the intro, I do have a new lip product I want to try out. I'm so excited. I've had this for like 2 weeks. I'm not going to even lie. This is by E.L.F. and it's the Dirty Pillows. So I am so excited to try this, but look at the packaging, and this was only $25. I mean, this is like a nice cardboard box, and wait till you see when you open it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. It's been all over, but this is all like satin, and oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? So there's a lipstick, a lip gloss, a lip liner, and I believe this is a mirror, but I'll bring all that out in a minute. But I did want to tell you, I'm going to be trying this a little bit in the at the end of the video. And then also, let me get my situation going here, organization. I do have an announcement since we're getting very close to Christmas, and I don't know how many videos I'll be able to put out until then. I do have another giveaway, you guys. I'm super excited to be able to do this. This one, there's actually going to be 3 names drawn. So the first prize is going to be this here. They're ice globes, and they look like this. So this is the box, but let me see if I can get them out so you can see. But what you do is you put them in the freezer, and I absolutely love these. I use, something, icy on my eyes, on my face almost every morning. It just really helps with depuffing. It helps with, your skincare, absorbing a little deeper and quicker. But these are what the globes look like. Aren't they cool? So yeah, you just put them in the freezer and they stay, cold for a very long time. But you got to be careful with them because they are glass. So this will be the first prize here. The second prize is going to be this here. So this is like when you're doing, taking off your makeup or doing your skincare or your makeup. So it comes with 2 little headbands, and it's really soft, like velvet there. And then it does come with like a little scrunchie. And then it comes, these right here, there's 2. You put them on your wrist, so when you go to wash your face, all the water and stuff isn't going down on your sleeve. So this will be a prize number 2. And the third prize is going to be a $50 gift certificate to Ulta. So I'm so excited. Again, all of the rules will be in the description box below, and that will tell you everything that you need to know to enter this giveaway. So I'm so excited. I get to be like a little secret Santa this year. But let's get back into this eye look. So I'm definitely going to use some tape again, because I do have my base makeup on. So I am going to use my little tape dispenser. I get this on Amazon. I love this little dispenser. So you just pull it out, and there's like a little cutter right here. And then I'm just going to place this, like, I aim it like towards my lower lash line. And then I aim it up towards my temple. And that's usually like the best placement for me. And this is great because it doesn't, it's not super sticky. So it's not going to really remove my makeup or, take any of my skin off when I go to remove it. So what I'm going to do is just place a little bit of the setting spray on my hand, just like that. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of the black eyeshadow and on this brush. And now I'm just going to kind of tap it into the setting spray and pick up a little bit more. And now let's see if that is the right amount of product that I need. Yeah, that looks really good. It's super soft. You can make this as bold as you want. And I'm just basically tapping along the lash line. I think that is going to be good. So right now it looks a little sloppy, but you'll see once I remove the tape, it's going to be just fine. Okay, so let's remove this and do the moment of truth. And as you can see, yeah, how nice of an edge that is. Okay, so I already curled my lashes, and I think for mascara, I'm just going to use my E.L.F. Lash and Roll. I haven't used this in a very long time, so I do want to refresh my memory on this. So this is the wand here. Now, this is supposed to be like a dupe to the Benefit one, and I do remember doing it like a little comparison, a side by side. And I do remember they were really, really close. And I do like how it grabs the lashes. Now, I will say it's an odd wand here. I'm going to show you the bristles. Like one end, you know, they're very long and pointy, you know, so they really separate the lashes. And then on the other end or the other side, I hope you can see it, it's a little bit more flat. So it's just a very interesting wand. But let's just see where we're at just a couple few strokes here. And see if there's a big difference. Yeah, it really just does lift, it really does lift the lashes. But yeah, so I'm going to see what it looks like after 2 coats. So I'll apply the 2 coats, I'll come back, and then we'll move on. Okay, so this is 2 coats of the Lash and Roll. I really do like that mascara. It didn't create tons of volume, but it really did give some length. Now, my only complaint with that mascara is when I went to go flick it away, it kind of smeared. I would rather my mascaras, you know, just, you know, flick right off, but I could have went after it too soon. You know, maybe it just takes longer to dry. Okay, but let's go up further with this eye look and complete that. So what I think I'm going to do is go into this deep black shade. Just place that on the outer corner, just kind of, you know, connect that to that little wing, just enough to add just a little bit of depth there. And again, I'm just using very little. And I do want to mention as well, I don't see tons of fallout all over, which is super, you know, promising. I love that. And you know, my eyeshadows, that's probably why I love this palette. I do just see a little bit right there and a little bit of glitter right there. But other than that, very minimal. And now I'm going to go back into Sugar Plum, which is this shade right here. And pretty much sweep that on the lower lash line, pretty much across the whole lash line, and blending that into that black shade there just to soften that up. But the black just creates that little depth that I'm looking for. Oh, that is such a beautiful plum shade. And now I'm going to go into this shade here, Ornaments. And because it was so bright, I am just going to add a little bit in this inner corner just to brighten that up. Oh, that is such a bright shade. I didn't even really need to add any more because I did have some left over from earlier when I applied that. But oh my gosh, is that such a pretty shade. Okay, so let's go into Dirty Pillows by E.L.F. I am so excited to try this out, and hopefully it goes with my skin tone because it kind of looked, you know, light, what I've been seeing. So look at this though, this beautiful silk case. I mean, $25, and this is, you know, has some weight to it. I just can't even believe it. So this is the mirror here. Oh, how cute is this? It says lips are, what does it say? Lips are the mirror to your soul, E.L.F. How cute is that? But I'm telling you, this is a weighted mirror. Wow, I can't believe the quality for $25. That's amazing. Okay, so this is the lip liner here. I don't really think there is a shade on here. It just says, let's see, creamy glide lip liner. So it looks like one that you do have to sharpen. This is a very nice shade, and it's super creamy. When you first go in, I think it's because this, you know, it's so pointy. So what I like doing is actually just kind of squeezing it together to make it, you know, less pointy. I kind of want it more of a flat angle here, and just kind of warm it up too. I find that that helps with these kind of lip liners. Yeah, that works a lot better. And these are really creamy. That is a really pretty shade. Yeah, that is like a perfect little nude shade. Okay, so let's see this lipstick, and yeah, very nice packaging, very luxe looking. Wow, this is really nice. It has a gold little barrel there, and this is the shade here. So what a different combination. So let's see how they look together. Oh. Super creamy. Mmm. Look how amazing that goes together. It's like the perfect little combination. Oh my gosh. That is really, really beautiful. And I love her. I love Jennifer Coolidge. She is so cool. She makes me laugh. She is something else. She's been around for so long. I've watched so many movies with her in it. But yeah, her little face and her voice just kill me. Okay, and again, this is a magnetic closure. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's go over it with this lip gloss. And this one, it just says swollen. So it might be a lip plumper. So it looks like that. It looks very pale. And go back with my little fancy mirror and see what that does. So it doesn't really create tons of color, which I'm happy. Mm. What a beautiful combo. So as you can see, I did get some of that lipstick on here. So what I like doing is taking like a paper towel or something and just cleaning that off before I put it back into, back into its little packaging, because otherwise this will turn like just a different color. So, ooh, I love that lip combination. I would love to know though, like someone with deeper skin tone, if they've tried it and how it looks on them, because it is rather light. I think you can really darken it up though with a lip liner if you really just continue to go over it, over and over, and use more of the lip liner than the lipstick. So I think it could work for a lot of skin tones, but yeah, super pretty, and my lips feel so hydrated that it needed it so bad. So I'm going to place it back in the mirror, back into its little pouch, because how fancy is this? Such a beautiful, this would have been a beautiful gift for somebody. $25. I'm still just blown away by that. Okay, so this is today's final look. I am so happy I brought this palette back out. Does it live up to the hype that I gave it? Absolutely. A lot of these shades were super easy to blend, even though this purple one here, the Sugar Plum, was a little bit, patchy, I think, but honestly, it could be a few different things. It could have been the primer. It could have been honestly like a shadow for my hooded eye, but it's still a beautiful shade, and I love how the look came out. These shimmers are still super creamy like I remembered. I mean, almost too creamy, as you can see how bold they are. This one here was actually a surprise to me. I really love the glitter. It felt super chunky, but on the eye, it just looks very, I don't know, ethereal. It's just very pretty. So I really love that shimmer, or that, I don't know, glitter actually. And yeah, I'm just super happy. Like I said, I brought this out, and I'm actually going to try to make an effort to use this palette more. And again, if you guys have this palette, please let me know what you think about it. If I'm just going, overreacting with my love for it, or if you love it just as much. And I mean, by E.L.F, wow, this is unbelievable. They need to do more of these kind of collections, because this is super luxurious. It's very fancy. I mean, for the price, you cannot beat it. I am so happy I did purchase that. And again, don't forget to get in the giveaway. It's a really good one this time. I'll have everything linked down below. And remember, I will be drawing 3 names. The first name is going to get this here, the ice globes. I love these. And then the second name, they'll be getting this little package here. And the third name will get a $50 gift card. So there's a lot of good prizes here, but make sure to check the rules, because there's not going to be a lot of time to sign up for this giveaway, because we're getting really close to Christmas. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, if you please help me out by hitting that like button, I would truly appreciate it. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much. And until next time.